Hi, this is Vivek here from Trade Stocks 360 and welcome to our channel. Today we are going to discuss how to trade between June 21 to June 25, 2021 based on the charts which are present in Indian markets Nifty. Let us look at the weekly charts first. The weekly charts, if you can look at it, it actually is a kind of an indecisive candle number one. It's actually a small red body candle and its lower wick is a very big one compared to the body. So it can also be considered something like a hanging man because it has happened on a uptrend. The range of this particular week's candle has been 450 points and it shows very high volatility because it also has upper wick, it also has lower wick, and the body is also a small red candle. And it's very tough to trade if this kind of a scenario happens in the coming week because it also is an expiry week in the coming week. Until this particular extremes like this week's high or low is taken out, it's very tough to trade, and so I see a very less probability of trading in the coming week based on the charts. So weekly chart says that it's very volatile, no direction, not to trade. So that's a summary based on the weekly charts. Let us see the next set of charts to understand if that says something. So next we look at the daily charts. If you look at the daily chart, the last daily candle actually is a proper hanging man kind of a pattern because it is actually formed in a kind of an uptrend. So this cannot be considered as a hammer here. It should be considered as a hanging man, and that's number one. So it's also showing, daily chart is showing a small reversal in trend from the top. So basically it has been complete uptrend. So in the daily charts, the last 3 or 4 days, it is showing some kind of a reversal of trend from the top. The latest candle is also a lower low, lower high candle. Even though if you can see, it's like a hanging man pattern, it is still a lower low, lower high, and a red candle, which is a negative kind of a candle. It clearly shows a huge resistance at high levels. At higher levels, there are some huge selling, and so that's what it's trying to show here. 15,900 is the recent highs, and until it crosses that, there's no strong buying in this particular place. This particular chart tells that it's a sell on rise market. If the price goes up, you can start selling. You can confidently sell when it goes up, but okay, it's not telling you can confidently buy when it is going down. That's the kind of a market we are in. Multiple supports are present in this particular one. So like 15,450, 15,350, 15,250, where charts can take a base and suddenly they can go up. So even when you're going negative, be very careful because the upside is going to be very violent and downside also is going to be very violent. And in the upside also we are able to see resistances 15,600, 700, 800, 900. So basically the coming week what I see is a heavy volatile week in daily charts also, but with a little bit of negative bias, but it is going to be very volatile. So you cannot say, okay, I can hold a particular position, downside position for one whole day or upside position for one whole day. It's going to be very volatile. Coming week, based on daily charts also, it's showing it's a no trade week and you need to safeguard the capital. So let us look at the hourly chart, what it says. So if you look at the hourly chart, in the last week, what has happened is that there has been first in the start of the week from around 14th, it has been an uptrend, went till 15,910. Then from there it formed a downward trend line. It actually came down nicely till 15,450. And then it has again gone up and it has got to 15,700. So kind of like, so in a week of around 30 hours, so like 6 hours per day trading, in a 30 hours, it has done 3 different kind of movements and there are 2 huge movements in a week, number one. Number 2, the SGX Nifty at the end of Friday is actually around 180 points or something down from the close here. So what it is showing is that it's going to be very volatile in the coming week again. So even an hourly chart, ideally when you look only at the hourly chart, only the last some hourly candles, we tells that it's a proper buy. But it's not only that. If we need to check out the hourly candles of this whole week, looks like it was up, down and up, and again SGX Nifty is down. So basically, it looks like it is basically trying to be very volatile and very choppy. So that's what it's trying to say. So what we need to understand is that be very careful in trading Nifty in the coming week. So here also we are able to see 15,600, 500, 450, 350, 250 are supports. It's very volatile and we can expect very much high volatility in the coming week also. And coming week also we can expect around 450 points range. That's what we can expect. So based on all these things, what I expect is that the range could be between 15,250 to 730 with the negative bias. That's what I would say. So it's a sell on rise markets. Possibly that could be the best way to explain this one. But it's not going to be very straightforward like that. It is going to be choppy and it's going to be very volatile. So kind of like if you are selling at 15,600, it can still go to 15,700. Then it could fall. So we are not sure at what point we should be selling it. The trend lines could get broken at any point. Then it could come down, or trend lines could get broken in the downside. Then it could go up. It could happen like that in the coming week. So summary of this week is that charts are indicating very high volatility. Try avoiding trading the coming week. If your focus is saving your capital. So don't take aggressive trades. But if you are an aggressive trader, it's still a negative side, means like negative bias. It's still a negative bias. You can try to do. We can go for it. But it's ideally, if you are a safe trader, try to not do trade this coming week because you need to save your capital. Hourly chart trend lines are getting breached both sides violently, so better to sit aside without trading. Ideally, 15,750 is, if the 15,750 is not getting breached to the upside, till that time markets are going to be negative and Nifty is going to be negative in the coming week. Till 750 is getting breached upwards. So it's 750, when I say it's getting breached upwards, it should be a daily close or at least an hourly close above 750. So only when that hourly close is happening above 750, go positive. Till that time it's not going to be positive. 15,250 to 15,730 should be the range in the coming week with high volatility. So if it comes to 730, we can short it. But yeah, so I'm just telling the levels here. But this week, ideally, the best thing is to sit sideways, save your capital, and watch what is happening here. And expect India VIX to hit 19 to 20 this week. Right now it's around 14 to 15 or something like that. This week, expect VIX to hit the 19 to 20 this week, which is very huge upside possibly, and that will actually have an impact in Nifty. So expiry week, no specific direction. Nifty can be all around the place anytime. So it can be very bullish candle on Monday. Suddenly it can do a gap down on Tuesday, and next day you would be thinking, okay, it will go more down on Wednesday. Suddenly it will do a big gap up on Wednesday. It could happen all kind of tricks in the coming week. So avoid trading BTSTs for sure. Don't do BTSTs. If you are doing intradays, try to have a negative bias at higher levels. That's one thing. Till 750 is not getting breached. But ideally, try not to trade. So I'm just giving some tips in case you are wanting to trade. What are the things? But ideally, don't try to trade this week. Try to safeguard this week. Next week, we can trade happily. That's the summary. Thank you very much. And please like and share and subscribe to this channel. If you like this video, every week we'll be posting Nifty analysis video. Also, if there's any change in the stance in the midweek because of some change in the parameters or change in the movement of charts, I'll be putting a new video to mention and then mention that particular new positions what we need to take. But as of now, this holds good for the whole week till Friday for the coming week. Thank you.